crafty friend, it's me, Justine Dvorak from Stationery by Justine, where when I craft my world stands still. I'm over here again at the Pajama Crafter Stamps YouTube channel, and I'm making a fun, kind of a cheeky card today with the Gamer's Gonna Game stamp set. I have the two little characters all stamped out and die cut. I'm going to use the Altenew Woodless colored pencils for my coloring here today. What I'm super excited about is the big words that I'm using. The one I'm using on this card will be dang, but I thought it would be kind of fun to make kind of like a playful card with these two adorable characters, and just kind of make them playful and kind of go with the game theme of it all. So with the Woodless colored pencils, funny story, I bought them thinking they were watercolor and even tried to watercolor with them until I actually read on the box they're just colored pencils. So but if you wanted to recreate this and you are crafting on a budget, you could certainly just grab any kind of colored pencils. I have the Staedtler ones, I have Crayola. Doesn't need to be expensive to make fun things. So for this guy, I'm going to go with red tones for him. And he has kind of like a sweatshirt, like a zip-up short sleeve going on, which I think is super fun that the artist chose to put him in this, because that is actually like a trending style right now, is to have a sweatshirt with a short sleeve. So well done to the person who drew this one. I don't know right now who did, but Joy, if you're watching, maybe you could let us know in the comments or something. But I think it's kind of fun that they're wearing trendy stuff, which is just like, I don't know, it's perfect for kids nowadays that are all into the trendy stuff. And he's holding a game controller and she's holding a Switch. I do know that that is a Nintendo Switch. I feel really silly if I'm not correct, but I'm pretty sure that that's a Switch that she's holding. So with this stamp set, there's lots of fun little sentiments, and you'll see that I have those stamped out. I'm going to show you and just make like a silly card, but a fun one. So for his hair, I'm going to color lightly with the black and go kind of with what the artist has already drawn for his hair. So coloring in the direction for the hair. This will just kind of give more of a natural look, and just press a little bit harder on some spots, but just letting what the artist already put on there just kind of shine. Really simple, but I do like the way it looks. Now I just am going to take a little bit of brown. This one's called Paper Bag, which I think is silly, but just to add a little bit of shading to some of the spots on the skin, just so they don't look so flat and they have a little color to them. And then for the eyes, I'm going to go in with a little bit of brown, but also go in with a little bit of green, just to have kind of like a hazel situation. I don't know. Eyes are really tricky for me. I still am just trying to figure out how to do it effectively. So sometimes I'll go in with black and white over top and maybe add like a little shine like there. But these eyes on the characters are pretty big, so I think it's kind of fun to add that shiny little white dot on the eyes. I'll just finish up this little guy with his game controller. When I used to be younger and when there was video games around, I never really played them that much, but there used to be a string attached, and I do know that they are now cordless, so that is why there's not a cord on that controller. So for this gal, she's going to get some bright yellow hair because I'm blonde and I like blonde hair. I don't know. It just, to me, I think this girl is just so cute with her little ponytails and her little hearts in her hair. But you could make her look like whatever you want. That's kind of the beauty with coloring. But, you know, even if you were giving this to someone and maybe it was like a birthday gift, like a card to go with the birthday gift, you could make the hair match the person. So you could color the hair whatever color you want. It kind of reminded me of, like, the hairstyle anyway, of like Harley Quinn. I don't know very much about that. I really don't know anything about that, but the hairstyle is what reminded me of it. So you could do like a red and a blue. That's like all I know about that character, is that she has red and blue hair. And I think she was with the Joker. If you know about this, you're probably like screaming at your screen going, no, it's this. I'm sorry. I just don't know any better. Okay, so for her eyes, I added blue, and then I wanted to have like some of the white still there, so I just went in with my white gel pen. Blonde-eyed blue girl, kind of like me. And then I'm taking that same paper bag color and just kind of shading and giving her a little bit of contour for her face and also for her neck. And then for her eyes, I'm just deepening the color with lots of different blues. I really think her eyes turned out super cute, and I love the little smirks on these characters. I think they're super fun. Now for her jacket, I'm going to go in with kind of like a purpley, more like a purpley pink, so maybe like a fuchsia. And that will go on the collars and the bottom of her jacket. And then go in with this hot pink for her big jacket. I love hot pink. It is just such a happy color to me, so why not? And with this jacket, it is big and puffy, so I'm going to make some of the spots darker where there would be maybe a shadow or under her arm, kind of by her elbow, and then back behind her neck. And at this point, I forgot that her jacket went around her head, so I'll come back and finish off her jacket in a second. But I thought it was the hair for a minute, but I just was confused. Anyway, we'll go with some black pants for her. I love wearing black on the bottom. I have like 5 black skirts that I basically live in. And then some black pajamas. I absolutely love wearing black. I don't know why, but it's probably like the toxic diet culture of when I grew up. But I just love black. So she's going to wear black on the bottom. Now, I do know that Nintendo Switches have red and blue on the sides, and then they're kind of like a steel gray in the middle, as far as I know. So I'm going to make hers look kind of authentic, and hopefully that works for you. If you're a gamer and you know better, maybe let me know in the comments. Okay, now Pajama Crafters Stamps came out with these big sentiments, which I love. I love a big sentiment, and these ones are so fun. It's nothing like I've had in my craft room yet. So they have the words dang, yikes, and whoa. So far I have used the dang and the whoa. I haven't used the yikes yet, but I so will. Funny story about the word yikes. I used to say that all of the time. When I moved down from 3rd and 4th grade to teaching kindergarten, I would say yikes all the time because, I don't know, for whatever reason I just did. And so one of my students started saying yikes all the time, and then I realized that he picked it up from me, and I feel like I haven't said it since, but I used to say yikes so much. It was a little bit crazy. But anyway, the big sentiments are super fun, and they really do kind of create a big focal point for the card, and I do like that. Now my 2 little characters I'm going to have angled, so it's kind of like they're looking at each other, and if you've noticed the sentiment, you might kind of realize why. So I originally, you'll see, I'm going to leave it in the video because I put it on wrong, but luckily my pattern paper on the back is super shiny and it came right off. But my plan was to have it say, will you be my player 2 at the top, and then big dang, and then at the bottom, game on, like they're challenging each other. That was the vision, the vision for this art project. But yeah, you'll see I'm going to put it on the wrong way because right now I have game on, dang, will you be my player 2, which doesn't make as much sense. I mean, it still is like fun, like terms for playing games, but I don't know. Speaking of playing games, there is another stamp set from Pajama Crafters Stamps called Game Night, which I think would be really fun to pair with some of these like player style sentiments. Like, will you be my player 2 would be fun for like the deck of cards, or maybe even for bingo. You can say like game on for bingo. I love bingo, by the way. I have always got bingo on the brain. But it's just another fun way to connect some of the things that you might already have in your craft room to new things that you might bring in. And I really do like how Pajama Crafters Stamps has been continuing to build on their brand, and I'm just pretty honored to be on their design team. So there's that. Now, I think at this point I realize I'm reading my sentiment going, something looks off. Yeah, okay. Oops, no. You gotta fix the sentiment. Which, like I said, this cardstock is smooth, so I was able to pop it up really easy with the foam. No big deal. But I really do like how with the big words, having white lettering on a darker background really helps everything pop. So that would be my advice for you if you're... Don't mind me, I'm just rearranging here. That would be my advice for you if you are stamping with sentiments and you're going to heat emboss, stamp it on a colored piece of cardstock, and then use white embossing powder on your sentiment. It's just going to pop. Or if you're die cutting like the word dang there, do the words in white and then do a darker background for your paper. It really does help everything pop. So let me know what you thought about this card in the comments, and I will see you in the next video. We'll see you later. Bye, crafty friend.